I like to say that it's a gym for lazy and busy people. And this is what brings me to Iron Body Fit. Because like you say, most of the people, there is 20% of the population work out 4 or 5 times a week. We don't use weight because we don't need it. The machine permits us to don't use weight. And by not using weight, it's really safe for the people, safe for the joints, safe for everything, because when you use weight, you can get injured if you don't make the right move. Right, with us, there is no possibility. It's really safe for the people. You will have the same results by doing 25 minutes as if you go 4 times in the gym, 4 hours. Okay, it's the same process. It's the same, but it's just more convenient, more easy for the people. So, but especially it will build muscle. But you will reduce back pain. And my vision is more, like you said, being an entrepreneur is finding a problem. Somebody has a need, a pain, and you need to do your best to fix this pain.
Welcome back to the Hustle and Grind podcast, the show where we dig into why real entrepreneurs trade comfort for conviction. This isn't about vanity metrics or overnight success. It's about the stories behind building a reputation that actually matters. I'm your host, Andrew, keynote architect, platform builder, and fellow founder in the trenches. Today, I'm sitting down with Hadri Jaffal, the CEO of Iron Body Fit. Hadri is the true hands-on entrepreneur who has mastered the art of the global scale. He took a single EMS fitness studio and transformed it into an international powerhouse with over 230 locations across 15 countries. He's a leader who prioritizes operational excellence and simplicity over hype, and he's currently spearheading the brand's massive expansion right here in the United States. Between his work with AI-driven fitness technology and his innovative approach to the franchise model, he is literally shaping the future of how we stay fit. So, Hadri, thank you so much for being on the show today. I really appreciate it. It's always interesting to hear somebody in the fitness space. I always love hearing about that. I'm big in the gym. I go 4 times a week. So it's always, it's a lifestyle that people don't, I think, understand. So I'm really happy to have you on. And thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate you.
Thank you very much, Andrew, to invite me. And I'll be really happy to speak about my journey and what I do and maybe some tips for all your audience.
Perfect. So I'd like you to tell me a little bit more about Iron Body Fit. Let's start there, and then we'll go into how you got started. Tell me a little bit more about the backstory behind Iron Body Fit and what you do differently, what your franchise maybe does differently than other franchises out there.
First of all, before to speak about the franchise, about what we propose to the members, I like to say that it's a gym for lazy and busy people. And this is what brings me to Iron Body Fit. Because like you say, most of the people, there is 20% of the population work out 4 or 5 times a week. Okay? But there is 80% of the population that does not understand that. They don't want to work out, they have no time, no motivation, they don't like to be in the gym. And this is what we propose. We propose 1 time a week to have a 25-minute workout that is equal to 4 hours workout. So it's really good for the people that have no motivation to work out for time because they have, kids, family, job, whatever. And this is what we propose. So I like to say, to make it simple, it's a gym for lazy and busy people.
Well, that sounds like perfect for entrepreneurs because we do so much. It's hard. We just wake up earlier to make it to the gym. It's really the way that we think is the best way. Talk to me a little bit about how you get a 4-hour workout into 1 hour, because that sounds interesting to me. I'll take whatever I could do to make things efficient, right? Yeah.
This is with the technology, with the German technology. It's called EMS, Electro Muscle Stimulation. And in fact, you will stimulate your 8 muscle group at the same time. 3 parts of the back, your chest, your abs, your arms, your legs, and your glutes. So during 20 minutes, 25 minutes, you will stimulate your muscle. Because if you, Andrew, you go to the gym, maybe one day you will work out on your chest, next day on your back, day after that on your arms, day after that on your legs. With us, you do it everything at the same time. But, for example, you like to work out 4 times a week because, and you speak about entrepreneurs, for me, some entrepreneurs need to work out 4 times a week. Why? because it helps you to create dopamine every day. It helps you to evacuate stress. And so some entrepreneurs will come to us, but most of the population are more ladies because they have no time, no motivation. They want to take care of them, but they are not focused on workout 4 or 5 times a week.
And I think you hit it right on the head. And, I feel very seen right now because for me, it's like I go to the gym because it's a stress relief. There's something around going to the gym that it's almost like it's almost like meditation for me, where I put my headphones in, I go do my thing, I take out all my stress on Code Hard Steel, and the dopamine is great afterwards, and then spend 30 minutes in a sauna. So when you say that, it's because, today was chest day for me. So, we have different days for different muscle groups. And when you're more hardcore gym person, that's what you do. But you're saying working everything out. Usually when I think of working out, like my chest day, I'm doing my chest and my back and shoulders. I'm not just, working out one muscle. I'm working out a group of them. I never think about doing them all at once. Where is there additional benefit for that? Does it cause harm? Because the first thing I think of is I do that so that I can allow my upper body to rest while I'm exercising my lower body. And that's why I go back and forth. How does that work as far as EMS is concerned?
That's why that's important what you say. And this is something we need to do as an entrepreneur. As an entrepreneur, you need to understand who is your persona, who is your target. Okay. For example, I will not target you because you want to go 4 times in a gym, 4 times a week in a gym, because you want to evacuate stress, so it's important for you. On Monday, you work out on your chest, and the time your chest recover, you can work out on another part of the body, okay? With us, you will come on Monday, you will make your workout. For 3 days, you will be sore for all your body. You understand? So, and you will not be happy because you cannot work out on the other side. But my wife, that she's not interested to work out 4 or 5 times a week, she's happy because she come Monday, that's it, no brainer. She come Monday, she make her training, and that's it. And for the rest of the week, she can take care of the kids, she can take care of the house, she can be on hobbies, she can hang out with her friends, but because she's not interested to work out. You understand?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So it's easier for her to just, the efficient. Let's just go do it once and be done. Exactly. And see, that's interesting to me. So let's talk about a little bit about how you got started on this. So can you tell me the story of how you fell into learning about EMS, and then how you got into the gym itself, how you actually founded it?
Me, 10 years ago. So we start 10 years ago in 2015. And in 2015, at this time, I was married, 2 kids, and I used to run a construction company. So my construction company, my day was written by 6 in the morning at the office, and going back at home at 8 in the evening. And I was tired, no time to work out, and no motivation. I was not really concerned about my body. So one day I hear about that. My partner explained me that at this time he was not my partner. But he said to me, hey, I discovered a new way to train, blah, 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 25 minutes, 1 time a week. And I was like, oh, I will be your member. I will get a membership with you because I'm your target and I like what you do. And I like to support my friend. A friend is launching a business. I want to support you. So I went back at home and I speak to my wife. I say, hey, my friend is going to make a gym like this. I want to be a member with him. Let's get a membership with him. And I was trying to explain that to my wife, but by explaining to my wife, I went on internet and I saw that there is a real opportunity to disrupt the fitness market. Because at this time I was in France, but it is the same in America. The fitness market, most of them is taken by the big gyms like LA Fitness or Equinox or whatever. At this time there was not, but some Pilates, some yoga, and some street workout. But we arrive with a different way and with a niche market. All the people that doesn't want to work out in a gym, that are not confident with their body. So I called him. I say, hey, I will be your member, but I want to be your partner. I want to help you to create a franchise and to be everywhere in the world, to be the McDonald's of EMS. He said, let's go. So at this time, we just opened the first one in 2015. We opened the first one in a small city in the south of France. And after that, after 10 years, we opened 250 locations worldwide in 10 different countries.
Interesting. Huh. And you're right that there is a niche, where it's, I say a lot of things about Planet Fitness because there's the model is I pay for my monthly subscription, but I don't want to show up every day, or at all. I like the business model is interesting, but I think you've done something that most entrepreneurs do, and that is you found a problem and you solved it. And that is people don't generally like to go to the gym all the time, or they don't, if you're, a mother with 3 kids, it's going to be difficult to do that. You found a way to make it more efficient. So how did EMS come into that? So you got the gym franchise. How did you find out about the EMS and electro muscular stimulation?
It was a German company. And in fact, it was just a representative, a lady. She was selling the machine. And she make us discover the machine. We tried, because right now I'm speaking with you. But Andrew, when you will try the machine, you will be like, oh yes, it's obvious that it works. So first of all, he spoke to me about that. I was interested, but not sure 100%. We went to Germany. We tried the machine. I get sore for 5 or 6 days because I was not strong at this time. I was really lazy and busy. So for 5 days, I was not able to move. I was like, okay, it's sure it works. So we went to Germany and we just tried. So it was developed in Germany, but just in Germany at this time.
You could move after 5 days. Yeah, that's how I felt after the first time I worked out my chest.
Exactly.
Yeah. So some people may not be familiar with what EMS is and how it works. And so talk a little bit about kind of the technology behind it and how it's different than going and grunting under a barbell.
You have no weight. There is no weight. So you are just wearing a suit, okay? The suit is connected to a machine and you will contract your muscle by yourself. So you squeeze your muscle and the machine will amplify your contraction. So for example, when you contract, you will contract something like 40, 50, 60% of your muscle fiber. So you will contract 40% and the machine will contract the other 60%. Okay? So it helps you to contract all your muscle deep and all your muscle fiber on 8 muscle groups at the same time during 20 minutes. And that's pretty easy. And everybody knows about electrostimulation because everybody's seen in a TV show, some belt that help to get abs during you are watching TV. That is bullshit. But this is something special about us because people compare us to these belts and saying it's bullshit. I said, yes, maybe come and try. Come and try and we'll see if it's bullshit. So it's pretty easy. It's just electrostimulation. You contract and the machine will amplify the contraction, and that's it. So no weight.
Because that's the first thing I think
of. No weight, simple move. My mother, she's 72 years old, and she's doing that. The oldest lady we have, she's 91 years old. She's training with us. 91.
God bless her. And so first of all, just to go back to what you had said when you said, the ab belts, you sit and, gain muscle while you thing. And yes, they're complete BS. But, that's the first thing I think of when I think of EMS. But this is a little bit different where you're actually there's some sort of contraction going on. There's some work, maybe not without any weight, but then it's amplifying what you're doing, like what would happen with weights. So the weight is there to make it harder for you. It's there to contract your muscle, but you're getting the whole muscle.
Exactly.
Not just parts.
And us,
do you work out?
We don't use weight because we don't need it. The machine permits us to don't use weight. And by not using weight, it's really safe for the people, safe for the joint, safe for everything, because when you use weight, you can get injured if you don't make the right move. Right with us, there is no possibility. It's really safe for the people. So that's why, and this is our population in the location in the studio, this is more ladies from 30 to 60 years old that doesn't work out. This is boomers. This is people that maybe are a little bit overweight and are not professional with workout, So that's really important for us to get people safe in a safe place, because this is what I said to everybody. If you want to train with Iron Fit or whatever, the first thing is to be safe in the way you practice. After that, you can try to improve your movement, because of Instagram. Sometimes I see people in a gym, they try to make crazy things because they saw that on Instagram. No, make a simple move, safe and just safe and a simple move. After that, maybe you can do the move of I don't know who, but make it safe.
Yeah, that's the first thing that I was taught as far as, I worked with a trainer when I first started working out, is how to be able to keep my knees safe, how to be able to keep my arms safe, how to use proper technique to do that. And being somebody that has injured themselves working out, I can tell you it's not pretty. It took about 6 months of physical therapy down to on one of my knees to get it undone. But this is another thing where, especially if you're, like you're saying, if you're a woman where osteoporosis might be an issue, this is one of those, situations where it can be a little bit easier. So that's really interesting. And now, like, as far as the studies behind it, have you found that you get more muscle growth, hypertrophy, or do you get more muscle growth out of it? Less, is there science behind it?
So what's happened with that? So you will build muscle, you will build endurance. So of course, it's not magic. You need to take care of your diet. So if you don't eat protein, it will not build muscle without. So in fact, it will be exactly the same. You will have the same results by doing 25 minutes that if you go 4 times in the gym, 4 hours. Okay, it's the same process. It's the same, but it's just more convenient, more easy for the people. So, but especially it will build muscle. But you will reduce back pain, for example, because most of the back pain are here because people doesn't work out on the back and have lack of muscle on the back. And because we work out on 3 parts of the back, we will help people to reduce back pain. So the benefits are not just muscle. There is benefits about, so we say physiological results. So your posture, you will change your posture, reduce back pain. You will be more strong on your legs. So for example, my father-in-law used to say to me, "Hey, Hadri, after 2 months, he used to walk 3 stage to go to his house." And he said, "Before I remember it was really complicated for me. I was tired by making 3 level. With you, I'm just jumping step by step, and I feel really strong." For example, somebody run, and if you like to run, you will be stronger on your legs, on your muscle. So you just have to think about your breath in, breath out. You don't have to think about your muscle and your muscle pain. So yes, it will increase muscle, but I like to say it's not magical. Okay, it's you need to feed your muscle with protein, glucid, and I forget the other one. You need to feed your muscle. You need to take care of your diet, and you need to be consistent. You need to come 1 time a week, and it's not just on 2 weeks. You need to make it 3, 6, 12 months. And I like to say the most important in any workout you do is not to pushing hard on a small time. It's more to be consistent and make it for 12 months. There is more benefits by being regular and make it for 12 months. So yeah, that's it. That's how it works with us. And we have results because it's easy. It's just 1 time a week. People come 1 time a week for 12 months and they don't get unmotivated. They stay motivated because it's easy to come 1 time a week.
Yeah, and that's what I love about it is it's easy to do, but you still get the results from it. So yeah, that's really cool. So you said earlier in the podcast that you started with a construction company. Have you always been an entrepreneur? Has this just been your thing? Like, what was the background on that?
I used to be graduated by a business school. So it was a bachelor business school. And when I finished, in fact, I grew with my father. My father used to be an entrepreneur. My father used to run some restaurants, and my mother used to be somebody, I don't know how to say that in English. Sorry for everybody because I'm French, but my mother used to take care of poor people. I don't know how to say that. You know, she was somebody in a kind of hospital when you are really poor and you need to help. She was the people was helping the people.
Like a social worker
exactly.
here in the US.
A social worker, exactly. Yeah. So I grew with two examples. My mother spent all her time to help people with not a lot of money. And my father, entrepreneur, creating things, working hard and all the time and really focus on developing his company. So it was natural for me. It was natural for me to create a company. It was natural for me to get risk. My father say something to me one day. He say, hey, you know, money goes and back. So you need to work for money, but you don't need to be in love with money. Because sometimes you need to invest, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. It's okay, but do it. But do it hard and do it, try to be smart when you do it. So after my bachelor, I used to make some small jobs, you know, but really fast, really quick, I launched a restaurant like my father, and I tried to launch my first business. So yes, I will say 85% of my life I was an entrepreneur.
Nice. And I find that with a lot of people, and I think that's interesting that you come from basically an entrepreneurial family. And I love how you balance between your mom as a social worker and your dad as an entrepreneur and kind of the two different worlds in there as well. So that's a really interesting background for you. Cool. And I think it really probably helped with coming up with, you know, especially disrupting an industry. Generally, I think we have this place in the world as entrepreneurs where we're the ones that come up with the really crazy ideas of being able to do 4 hours of work with one for people that may not necessarily want to go to the gym 4 days a week but need it. I think that's really what it is. So it was nice to see kind of how you took that and put that into a business model and really came up with something different, because EMS is, I believe EMS is a lot bigger in Europe than it is here, but it's not really been done in the US very much.
It's new in the US. The FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, just opened a market in 2020. So it's pretty new, and we are here to make it discover. And something about entrepreneurship I would like to share with the people is that why I spoke about my mother as a social worker, because I think most of the people think that being an entrepreneur is being a shark. And my vision is more, like you said, being an entrepreneur is finding a problem. Somebody has a needs, a pain, and you need to do your best to fix this pain, you know? And this is what was doing my mother every day. People come with pain, and she was trying to help people. And my vision of entrepreneurship is just helping people. You need to serve people. You need to serve your team. You need to serve your partners. You need to serve your members, if you have members, or your clients. You need to, you understand that you are in the center of the company, and being in the center of the company, your job is to help others to fix their pain. This is the first thing. The second thing is that all my company before I run Benefit, I crushed it. I go bankruptcy. So my restaurant go bankruptcy. My construction company went bankruptcy. I've tried to make import-export. I failed. So I failed 4 companies before to get success with Iron Benefit. And that's important because my father was still saying, hey, do you think you try to work when you were kids and the first time you get success by walking when you have 1 year old? No, you fall down 1,000 times, you know? So sometimes because of Instagram, and I don't like Instagram because of that, because there is just successful people on Instagram. And when you are in struggle or when you fail your first company, you think that you are a loser. You're not a loser. And most of the people that are showing on Instagram that they are successful, it's a lie. It's just something they try to share on Instagram just to sell something. But believe me, and even today, I think I'm successful in my company. I'm going from struggle and problem every day, day after day, hours after hours, just fixing problem. My job, yesterday my daughter asked me, what is your job, Dad? She's 7 years old. I said, I'm just fixing problem. No, but it's Iron Body Fit. Yeah, I fix problem with Iron Body Fit.
Yeah. And I think that is a really important message to hear as an entrepreneur is you're going to screw up. You're going to do things wrong. Things are going to go badly, and that's how you learn. Like you said, with little kids aren't going to be scared of walking. They're going to try to do it. They're going to fall. They're going to stand back up and keep going again. And that's, I think, something that we can really learn from a lot. So, Hadri, thank you so much for being on the show today. I really appreciate it. Love hearing about kind of the new things that are coming out there. I love hearing about stuff that's kind of new to the U.S. and the fitness industry, but also loved hearing about your background as an entrepreneur. So thank you so much for being on the show today. Really appreciate you.
Thank you very much, Andrew. Thank you very much, everybody. And if you want to try Iron Body Fit, let's go in different location, and you can see what is really. And if people want to contact me to have, I don't know, to discuss about whatever, you can find me in LinkedIn or Instagram, and I'm really here to help people and to answer to any question, even if I don't have anything to say. Okay?
Perfect. And you're going to see links inside of the show description for those people that want to learn some more. Again, thank you so much. I really appreciate having you here. Thanks for tuning into the Hustle and Grind podcast, where we unpack what it really takes to build something that matters. If today's conversation hit home, do me a favor. Share it with someone who's in the trenches too. And if you're building your own brand, platform, or message and want help turning that story into serious authority, head over to theauthorityforge.com to see how we can help. Until next time, keep showing up, keep shipping, and keep chasing the work that sets you on fire. I'm Andrew, and this was the Hustle and Grind podcast.